Hello, everybody. My name is Ramon Lavert Harris Sr. I am 48 years old and I currently reside in the state of Virginia. Uh, I'm here to ask social media for their help in bringing justice to my children, my youngest children, and just to follow us, follow our story, my story, well, mainly their story. But I want to start this off by saying that even though I do have a story to tell, I want to be truth and upfront and forthcoming to everyone who's going to be following this. And I want to start off by saying I've never been a perfect person. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've done some bad things, some horrible things, as a matter of fact. And I can't bring light to some of the things that's happened here to my children and myself without first coming clean and telling you some of the things I've done. I'm a good father. I'm a good father now, but I haven't always been. I have three older children that I messed up. I messed up big with them. Their mothers, we had our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I can only speak of my shortcomings as a father, and they weren't all good. And to this day, I have two older daughters in their 20s who I'm trying to fight back to be back in their life, but I messed up big with them. And I'm hoping and praying that one day that they'll forgive me. Olivia and Raven. My son, Alante, I know I failed you, and I'm truly sorry to all of you, all three of you, for this. There was someone that I was once married to. I won't bring her name up, but I let her down more than I can ever imagine. She was a beautiful person. At the time I was in the military, I was diagnosed with severe PTSD. And like I said, I'm putting it all out there. I'm not holding nothing back. I was convicted of a felony in a military court-martial, and that haunts me even to this day, over 20 years ago. I was fast-tracking. I'm always be a Marine. I'm always going to be an Army, airborne, Army Ranger. But I made some very, very bad mistakes, and especially with that person. She did forgive me, but even still, I still couldn't get my act together, and it cost me my marriage. And I just want to get that out there. I'm sorry at the bottom of my heart for everything I've ever done to anyone, not just in the past, but even recently. But what's going on now has to be brought to light, and it's starting off with what you see in front of you: the words murder, injustice, corruption, and evil. This is going to combine a lot of things, but it's all going to center back to one person, and it all comes down to that word, evil. So my story begins in Loudoun County. I just recently came out of jail in Leesburg, Virginia, for being incarcerated for 9 months for something I didn't do. I was acquitted over 12 jurors of the charges that I was in there for. Prior to me being acquitted, I was incarcerated with a Peter Lalabrigado, and this is his address here. He was in Sterling. He's back. He's actually incarcerated in the same jail now. But this man he was bonded out, and he got out after he got bond, and he killed his wife with a hammer. This is all information can be looked up, and you just check it out or Google it. And he got bonded out. My lawyer, Eric Seamus, he's a good man. He tried to get me bonded 3 times. He requested I have an ankle monitor so I can be watched or monitored while I was out on bail. I was denied. And me and my lawyer both thought that was kind of curious that I got denied for that. The prosecutor of my case is Elena Ventura and Matthew Sweet. They're both Loudoun County prosecutors for Leesburg, Virginia. I was held in Leesburg jail for the crimes of strangulation and abduction by this person. Her name is Arnisa Cooper. while I was incarcerated, Ornisa Cooper had an immunity email to the prosecutor, the same prosecutors, prior to me receiving due process. And also, I had cash stolen, $650 for my daughter's birthday that was coming up for February the 7th. I was incarcerated on February 1st. The stolen debit card was used twice during my incarceration. This actually conflicts with the protective order, still a current protective order that is currently in place. There was stolen cell phones and work cell phones. These were used to harass and text contacts on my phone. This information was provided to the police department while I was incarcerated. These text messages used to call and harass people were later sent to the police department after my incarceration, and to this day, nothing's been done. I have a stolen Social Security number along with myself and my children, along with birth certificates for myself and my children, stolen court documents, and a flash drive, documents of upcoming custody case that was due in April, stolen art canvases, sculptures that are wooden, clay, and welded. I'm a self-taught artist, and I have made money off of my artwork, and that's also been stolen to no avail. Nothing's come back. It was found that a lot of the things that were taken, I mean, as far as material-wise, I can't get that back. But these things are all sentimental because of their connection with myself, my children, and me. Another thing that's going to be very key here is the fact that Miss Cooper, who I've known, and her son, Keith Robert Ruther, was actually in the same jail prior to me, 2 years prior, for almost the exact identical charges: strangulation and assault and battery. I've never had an issue with this person. I've actually called him a couple of times to actually help calm his mother down, and that's something you want to keep in mind as far as the case, our charges. So, during my incarceration, my lawyer and I spoke with this person, Loudoun County Sheriff Eric Cote, while incarcerated. We brought up the fact about my phones being utilized, stuff that was stolen, everything was gone. The web page for my artwork, everything was gone, destroyed. I mean, missing pieces, everything. My email's been used by Ornisa Cooper. Nothing's been done. My mother even took it up further and spoke with his immediate supervisor, which was this person, Deputy Cicera. We have emails and I have voicemails to confirm this communication, and to this day, to no avail. The last person I contacted was Sergeant Matthew Moats, and I even sent to him the text messages that were used during my incarceration. I've been followed, I've been called by Ornisa Cooper, and to this day, nothing's been done about it. And mind you, she still has a protective order against me. I was acquitted of my charges that I was incarcerated by this person, Stephen E. Sienkiewicz. He's the judge. I was found guilty of a lesser charge of assault and battery, which my attorney, Eric Shamus, is currently appealing. The one thing I want to bring up to everybody's attention is that once this appeal process concludes, I'm going to have the entire case that happened, that transpired, is going to be put in transcript. I'm going to actually have it uploaded to the Facebook, my Facebook and my YouTube, so everyone can see for themselves what exactly I'm saying. The main thing I want to take away from this is that no one takes my word for what I'm saying. The word evil comes because of this person, Angela Morehouse. She is the GAL for my custody case. Her number is 703-659-0880. This is her email address. This is her address in Manassas, Virginia. While incarcerated, Miss Morehouse was in direct communication with the prosecutor. And this is significant because the entire time Ms. Morehouse has been assigned to my case, she's never questioned me in regards to any allegations that I've had against the persons and my children. She's never once questioned me, but yet she's come to court and defended the mom. And in her recent court, she's actually said that my children are in a good, stable environment. This is significant because I have actual footage and proof that my children are in harm's way. This person is Joanne Thomas Harris. She's my legally married wife. We came to an agreement to get married specifically for this custody case. My children were taken from me September the 23rd based solely off of her testimony. It's significant that you see the police report prior to me going to court, and that's going to be uploaded also. But it's significant that Miss Joanne Thomas Harris, you will see in these videos and audios, has been there from day one, fighting against the mom and the GAL, but yet now she's allowed to see my children on holidays anytime she wants. The current order stipulates I can only see my children for 7 hours every 2 weeks. 7 hours. I've never harmed my children. I've never done anything to hurt them, but I'm only allowed to see them for 7 hours since September 23rd of 2019. I'm allowed one phone call with my children once every Tuesday. No action by the GAL to give me more visitation. As a matter of fact, the last thing she's done as of recently is to ask if I can be, if she can have a fair investigation with me. But remember, she's never questioned me or talked to me in regards to anything I've actually had to do with my children. This is very important that you keep this in mind. The judge on our case was Judge Janice Wellington. She's now retired, but she was a fair judge. She actually spoke with my kids in her chambers. This is significant because this is the one thing that I'm asking you, social media, to actually petition you to have the next judge, who is Judge Jacqueline Lucas, to question my kids in her chambers. This is significant because my children are currently living in an environment of fear. They're afraid to talk. They're afraid to tell me what's going on. And this is due to the fact that I've actually tried to get CPS involved and to no avail. Reason being is that after certain attempts have been made, my children have actually closed up because of the repercussions that have been done to them by their mother. My children were currently seeing Dr. Zeta Dayton and Dr. Ramphis Marquez. They both work at the Greater Prince William County Health Centers. They were seeing them consistently for 6 months. Dr. Zeta called CPS when my daughter told her about being touched by a pedophile, Tyree Carr. Tyree Carr is currently the boyfriend of Sabrina Harris, my children's mother. He comes to the pickup and drop-offs, and you will see in the videos. But he comes to the pickup and drop-off. My kids are actually forced to hug him, forced to smile with him during pictures. And also we have proof, myself and witnesses, of this person assaulting my kids with them being present. I don't want you to take my word for anything. I want you to see and listen to the evidence that's going to be provided on these social media outlets. Storina Jose from Patient First came to court and testified on my behalf, my children's behalf. After testifying, my children were actually mandated to do supervised visitation with Angela Morehouse and the children's mom. During this supervised visitation, Miss Morehouse was very upset with me. She actually had a thing she did where she was actually snickering as if like some kind of like a way of, letting me know that this wasn't over. I had primary custody of my kids. The mother was paying me child support. I've never done anything wrong to my children. I don't even raise my voice to my kids. And with this, just like this woman has taken my kids away. Not only that, I've missed birthdays. I've missed holidays. The Christmas that just passed, I've missed it. There's no, let's get more time with the kid's father. No, She's keeping it just like it is. And the reason being is that this woman knows that her career is pretty much done, because all it takes is for my kids to talk to a judge. My kids are currently seeing Dr. Ruben Molina of Manassas and Woodbridge. Now, during this pandemic, this works in the GAO's favor, because if the court shuts down again, they're going to postpone the court date again. So while they're seeing Mr. Molina, they're only being allowed to Zoom, which means that their mother is either in the next room or right there next to them. This is significant because I'm the father of these two beautiful babies. They can't talk. They're afraid to talk. How do I know this? There's certain things I can't say. There's certain things I have to have closed off just for court. But there are certain things we're going to put on here, social media. I want you to see for yourself. How can these kids be in this environment when they have a father that's been here, that's always been here since birth, and yet they're putting a home with a pedophile and a mother that the GAO says is the best thing for them? Don't take my word for it. The police audio, the police video, you're going to hear for yourself, and you're going to see the proof. Joe Thomas Harris, she's allowed to see the kids. She comes to the drop-off and pickups. She's right there next to my babies as they're talking to me on Tuesdays. How do I know this? You'll see for yourself. You'll see the proof. There's so much I can say, but then there's certain things I shouldn't have to say. All I want you to do, social media, is look with your own eyes and listen with your own ears. And you tell me, is this woman pure evil? Is this person pure evil for allowing this to happen? I need your help. I need your help to help my babies. I'm not worried about the outcome. Prior to my babies being taken away, I'm being honest here. I'm actually writing a book about this same situation. I was drinking. My babies got taken away. Dr. Ramphis Marquez, I broke down in his office. It's like certain things you can't fathom that happen to you, but when they do happen to you, it's almost like it's like a dream. And it was easy for me to resort to having a bottle and hiding in a bottle. You know, there was a time when I thought about, taking this HK, and doing what any father would do to protect their baby. My daughter's in the house with a pedophile. I'm going to the drop-off. This man's in here smiling because he's thinking that I want what his woman, when in actuality he know and I both know he touched my baby girl. So my answer was simple. Let him have it. Do what any Marine, any Ranger would do. But that's not the case right now. That's not the case no more. I'm asking for you to look at this and ask yourself, why is this happening? Why is this man only allowed to see his children for this amount of time, missing all his holidays and their birthdays? And this garbage, this piece of trash, Angela Morehouse, gets to make a decision based off of only seeing my children how many times? The last time I saw my children after September 23rd, the very first thing they said is significant. I can't put it on here right now, but I want the judge to hear what I have to say, what I have recorded, what my babies have said. All I'm asking you to do is look at the evidence. Look what's going on, and you be the judge, and you tell me, is this fair? Is this right? And more importantly, anyone, law enforcement, judges, doctors, look at the evidence. Tell me, is this right? Tell me what's really going on here. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your input, if you have input. But more than anything, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to put anybody down. From Joe or Nisa, they just like me, how I was, hurt. Getting back even with somebody because I didn't want to be with them. I can't help it. I wasn't in a position to be with somebody. All I was trying to do was get custody of my kids. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody, but at the end of the day, I don't go to bed at night plotting on people, trying to hurt somebody. I got kids to think about, all my babies. That goes for all of my babies. I love you guys. That's all I got. Anything you can do to help me and help my beautiful babies, please do so. Thank you for your time.